So now that I have these walls, I would like to actually have a little more tension. So I'm going to create an enemy that's going to be chasing my bear. He needs a sprite. So let's see, what should be chasing me? Maybe this ghost. So ghost underscore s. And now I need to create an object that goes with that. Create an object, ghost underscore o, give him that sprite. There we go. Now, I have to figure out how to get this guy to constantly chase my bear. I could tell him to go to this particular spot on the screen. So this has an x-axis and a y-axis. So if you look down here, notice that as I go across, the x increases, and y increases when you go down the screen. So the y-axis is flipped from any math course you've had. I could just tell him to go to this point, 400, 192, but then my bear is just going to dodge out of the way. What I really need him to do is he needs to be constantly chasing the bear's x and y position. So I need to make it so that he's constantly updating those values. So something about GameMaker, the way it works is it's constantly running steps. So it takes one step in which the bear moves, the ghost moves, it checks for collisions, and then it redraws everyone on the screen. It takes another step. The bear moves, the ghost moves, redraws everything on the screen. And it does this 30 times a second. So if I want something to be constantly checked, I put it into a step event. Typically, the regular step event is what you want. These others have to do with timing of events. Most of the time, we won't deal with that. So every step, the ghost wants to move to the bear's x and y position. There's a couple things we could use here. We can use this one, which I'm going to show you, move towards. There's also step towards and step avoiding. So this one allows you to go around things. This one will stop when you reach something, and move towards will go through walls. My ghost is a ghost, so he's going to move through walls. All right, so x, y, speed. Well, what is the bear's x position? It turns out to get that, you give the name of the object, spelled exactly the same way. So if you change the name here, it needs to match exactly here. And then period, x. That's the x position of the bear, and it'll change as the bear moves around. This one is going to be bear underscore o dot y. Maybe I'll make him a little slower, so speed of 3. There we go. So as I move around him, he still chases me. Now, he doesn't do anything yet, but we'll get there. All right, so the bear can be chased by the ghost now, so I have an enemy, but I'd like the enemy actually to do something. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in lives in this game. So I'm going to start with 3 lives. Anytime the bear gets caught by the ghost, I'm going to subtract 1 life. And when I have no more lives left, I'm going to end the game. So the bear needs to have the number of lives set up. That needs to happen right at the beginning of the game. So I'm going to add a special event, which is under this diamond here, other, game start. I need to set the number of lives, which is under score, oddly enough. And I'm going to set the number of lives I want to begin with. So I'm going to set it to have 3 lives. Now, I'm not going to be able to see this, so I should probably make it so that I can actually observe how many lives I have. That's what this thing here is, the score caption. So I'm going to drag that in. So right now I'm showing my score, but I'm not showing my lives, so I need to change this to show. I don't care about health in this game, so I'm going to leave that. So if I run this, notice up here at the top now I show my score and my lives. So what happens when the ghost hits me? So I'm going to do this in the bear to just keep all my code in one place. When the bear has a collision with the ghost, I should subtract a life, and I'm going to restart my level. Subtracting a life is actually the same command as setting them originally. And what I'm going to do is, for the number of lives, I'm going to say -1 relative. So relative makes it so that it takes whatever your current number of lives is and sets it so that it subtracts in this case. If I did positive, it would add to whatever lives I had. So this is how you change whatever the current value is. If I forgot to put this relative on here, it would set my lives to exactly -1, which is something I don't want. And then the other thing I wanted to do was to restart the room. That's under main 1. Restart room is the one with the up arrow going in. It has a bunch of transition effects, kind of like with PowerPoint. So let's try that. So 3 lives, I go right into the ghost. It restarts. I have 2 lives, 1 lives, 0 lives, -1 lives. Oh yeah, I need to make it so it ends when I run out of lives. So to do that, I need to make it so that when I have no more lives, I do something to end the game. So I'm going to add an event, other, no more lives. And for now, I'm just going to, under main 2, use this little red box to end the game. Go into the ghost some more. Kill me. There we go. Ended the game. We'll make this better later on. We'll ask them if they want to play again. But for now, this works.